Unfiltered, uncensored, unprecedented TV.
Hello, I'm Lembit Opik.
And I'm Warren Thornton.
And we're having a quick few minutes about the developing story after the Donald Trump-Vladimir Putin summit in Alaska. Warren, I think the mainstream media have missed the point completely. What's your view?
I think you're absolutely right. I think the mainstream media went in with an agenda. It was quite clear from the way they behaved. It's not the way they behave in Russia at press conferences and shouting out idiotic things. It was a very stupid thing to do. And you could see Putin smile on the tarmac, put his hand to his ear. At that moment, he decided there was going to be no questions after.
Yeah, I feel the same way. My feeling is that in actual fact, what really happened here was an important exchange between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. We can talk about the content of it some other time, but essentially the mainstream media utterly disgraced the reporting industry by thinking it was about them. It wasn't about them. As Donald Trump said, 6,000 or 7,000 lives have been lost a week, and both Putin and Trump want to get out of that cycle. I don't know quite what went on in that meeting, but I, for one, am tremendously encouraged that at least they're talking, Warren.
Yeah, they're talking. They haven't agreed anything yet. But of course, the mainstream media, literally, as he's standing on the podium for photographs, to start shouting out things like, "Are you going to stop killing children?" Just unbelievably unprofessional. This sort of place is not the place for your activism. It's a place for proper journalism.
And I think that that's the fundamental disgrace that we saw there. From my point of view, and as I say, we can go into this in more detail later on in the weekend. From my point of view, we are closer to peace. And it's just as well that fourth-rate politicians from Europe and the UK and a second-rate comedian from Ukraine weren't there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no point in them being there because at the end of the day, this is a war between America and Russia. It's a proxy war with using Ukraine, but they are the two main players. And as such, nobody else has a right to any entitlement whatsoever or entitlement to be in that room.
Yeah, and those people had a sense of entitlement. They assumed that it was all wrong because they didn't get any questions to ask. Do you think they're going to meet again, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin?
I think they will. This just shows how bad the mainstream media and people's perception is because Putin invited him to Moscow. Trump turned around and said, I might get in a lot of trouble for that. My question would be, why?
Yeah, I'm the same as you. At the end of the day, I'd love to see a summit between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin in Moscow because it's a statement. It's a statement to the world that the Cold War's warming up in a good way. And final question, what do you think will be the European response to it? The same mealy-mouthed whinging that the European media have expressed?
It's going to be outrage. It's going to be rending of the chest. It's going to be torn clothes. It's going to be 45 doses of Valium and everything else. But nothing's going to change. They're not going to put boots on the ground. Ukrainians are going to keep dying, and they're going to keep funding a pointless war that they're losing.
Thanks so much. You've been watching me, Lembit Opik, and Warren Thornton with a quick look at what's been going on in Alaska. We'll give you a better review of this. And also, Warren, remind us, where's your show?
The show will be on Sunday night at 7 p.m. And, of course, I'll be joined by the wonderful and erudite Lembit Opik MP.
Thanks very much for watching. This is Unprecedented TV. We'll see you soon.
Unfiltered, uncensored, unprecedented TV.